Hi there, I'm Ana Caban, the brand ambassador for Balanced Body. And as we're navigating our new normal here, as we have been, and we know the normal's temporary, but right now it's our reality. I'm not going, but my guest is coming all the way from Costa Rica. We have Tiziana Trovati. Hey, Tiziana, hi.
Hello from warm and sunny Costa Rica.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Tiziana, for the people that don't know you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was born and raised in Milan, Italy. I grew up dancing. I was introduced to Pilates early on. I was in my teenage years and through my ballet teacher. And then eventually, when in 1993 I decided to move to New York City to pursue my dance career, I seized the opportunity to study Pilates directly from Romana Krzyzanowska, who took me under her wing. And I basically got certified through, by her without doing courses. So she just taught me one-on-one, just like the old style of a friendship, and which I treasure immensely. And nowadays I teach how she taught me. So that's kind of my lineage and what I like to teach and keep on teaching. Therefore, I was able to spread around the world a bit. People started knowing me because of my special fortune that I got by, the one-on-one instruction from Romana.
So tell us, Tiziana, how are you personally navigating this unusual time? I know you're miles away from us, but you have a similar situation there where you said the beaches are closed, and what's going on there and how are you handling it?
Absolutely. We are actually this week we're on full lockdown as well. So I am not surprisingly, but I had this weird internal mechanism that so I'm very blessed in times of panic and anxiety. I'm able to shift into a very calm state and just take a day at a time. So I, I try to get myself up early enough when the sun is just coming up because it's cooler temperature. Here is very hot in Costa Rica. And I do my little meditation. Unfortunately, I can no longer walk the beach, but I do go for a walk around the neighborhood. And then I try to vary my workouts. One day I might do some yoga. One day I'll do my Pilates. And to help me through staying inspired, I actually been logging on to sites such as Pilatesology, which I'm also part of. And I either watch some of my videos or some other instructors' videos, and I follow along. I'm lucky because I have a home studio here. So I can just go into my little studio and I keep motivated with that. And I've also been cooking a lot. It's one of my passions and I enjoy. So those recipes that I always wanted to try, this is kind of like the time for me to cocoon a little bit. And also I'm thinking of future projects. So I have a couple of things up my sleeves and I'm working on those.
That's awesome. Then how has this shifted for you professionally? What are you able to do to help your clients, stay connected? And
like also I do teach, a handful of people online, and it's been interesting for me because now that we shifted into, a virtual kind of instruction, I had people seeking me out from South Korea and Hong Kong. And without me putting myself out there so much, they actually came to me asking for lessons. So I'm very blessed. And I provide that. I also try to put on my social media. I try to inspire people to stay healthy by eating healthy. So I share, kind of what I eat and the recipes. Mostly here, I always tell on my social media, private message me if you want the recipe or if you need to be inspired. And totally available to support people's health in this moment, something that I'm very passionate about. So not just the movement part, but also, you know, what goes into your body and sleep hygiene and all that good stuff that's gonna, you know, make us healthy human beings.
Absolutely. I mean, exercise is only part of the equation. And if we sat home and even did our Pilates, but then ate a bunch of Doritos and nonsense, we're lowering our immune system. And now more than ever, we need to boost it. So now we should eat the clean as much as possible. I know it's hard to find what you want, but each time I go to the store, there's produce. There's plenty of produce. Sometimes it may not be the meat selection I want, but there's plenty of produce. You can get your vegetables, get your fruits, and try to enjoy those now and stay strong and healthy during this time so you don't fall victim to this.
Right. And actually, for meat selection too, you might want to rethink about things. So, for instance, you might find katsu meats that have bones, a little more fatty. I make a homemade bone broth. And that's one of the #1 immune system booster. In fact, I just made a batch 2 nights ago. And it's just so rich and good for us that you can totally use those bony and, you know, fattier katsu meats. And then you also get to eat the meat part, but then you can skim that and you have this delicious and super healthy bone broth. So private message me if you want the recipe. I have my Ana bone broth recipe. So you can always, you know, think of, you know, other ways of doing things, right? Another suggestion, I don't know if it's possible in the States, but here we have our organic market closed, but they do home deliveries once a week. So I get my organic vegetables delivered to my house every Saturday. So
in Los Angeles, we do have that. Some places do have that capability for sure.
So you don't even have to go to the store to get that. Because like I'm always a little afraid if I run out of something, I go to the store to get, say, salad. I'm always afraid someone might have sneezed on top of the salad, or, you know. So I wash it very well. I'm a little germophobic to begin with. But, you know, if you can get it organically and delivered, I would highly recommend it.
Even better. So any tips do you have to share with our Pilates community during this time?
Absolutely. I think most people are doing it already, just out of survival mode. I think most instructors and studios are doing their virtual lessons. I would also say maybe throw in a freebie if you can. So you keep those less fortunate that might not be able to keep on taking the Pilates lessons because it's tight times for everybody. But maybe if you can offer a community mat class once a week, I would say do that. And I think, as I said, I think everybody has already jumped on the Zoom wagon, right? So everybody is, you know, Zooming and, you know, and then the other thing too, if they're working with less fortunate clients that might have lost their jobs, you know, or they're a little in a tighter financial situation, maybe lower your rate for online classes, maybe, you know, just a thought.
I've definitely seen different people being creative about how they ask for the investment. You know, let me know, message me privately if you can't afford this, let's work something out. Because at the end of the day, we want people to keep moving. It's going to help all of us if we're all moving and taking care of ourselves. And at some point, we want to be able to give back to the community. However, I think those that can pay really should pay because it helps us all sustain our businesses. So just keeping that in mind.
And then in the meantime, if you might offer a little discount to keep those people on the hook instead of letting them trail away from your business, basically.
Altogether. So Tiziana, you and I go back to, not to 95, but probably around 98 or 99, a long time ago in New York City, and then here in LA or in California when you lived here as well. So we have a long history. But our friends at home don't necessarily know you. So what is something that we might not suspect about you? Well, number one, you moved to Costa Rica. Maybe you could talk about that. But what's unusual that you want to share with us about Tiziana?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So from Orange County, California, my husband and I decided to have a little adventure, and 4 years ago we moved down here. and it's been an amazing experience for many reasons. But something bizarre that probably no one knows, especially in the Pilates world, is that I am a level 2 sommelier. A sommelier is a wine expert. And the reason that happened was in the spirit of packing up and moving to a different country and thinking of doing something different. My husband and I were brainstorming, and through our travels, we kind of figure out that a lot of places in the tropics don't have a nice wine bar. And I am not a beer drinker, and I don't like frou-frou cocktails either. So I was really missing a good glass of wine. And that kind of sparked the idea of, maybe we can move someplace and we can open a wine bar. So after a vacation in Belize, I got back to California, and on the computer, I found a wine school, and here I went. I went to wine school and got my level 2 certification, which is, it's kind of sad because if you don't stay with it, if you don't use it, you lose it. True. It's a true statement for anything, including wine. Now, of course, I do remember, the basics, and I remember what I remember, but it's not it's not my husband is saying from the other room, like, you drink a lot of wine. I stayed. But anyways, so it was kind of like a fun thing I did, thinking I might do something with it, and then of course I didn't, but that's okay. It's a good thing to keep in the pocket, also because I enjoy cooking so much, and I've done some cooking classes and some little amateur chef, so it kind of goes hand in hand with that.
And you may use it at some point. Like you said, you have it in your pocket. Who knows what may happen with that skill one day. That's so cool. So Tiziana, tell me something, if you can, silly, funny, just so we end on a nice light note.
So I was brainstorming with my husband. Like, I got nothing funny to say, but I'm gonna tell you a little joke that I thought it was funny. My husband doesn't think that was funny, but and that's kind of funny in itself because I make my own joke all the time. All right, people, I am done with my 90-day trial of year 2020. How do I cancel my membership?
That is cute. A lot of people have the same feeling. They're like, what is up with 2020? A series of really bad things have happened. However, we can turn a corner. So let's be optimistic that around the corner, things will open up and be even better.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Tiziana.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored you asked me, and what a pleasure to see you also.
I love the backdrop. I feel like I'm there with you, the birds chirping and everything. It's just beautiful.
Costa Rica's waiting for you. And anybody that wants to come down to study with me, I have a home studio and we have an Airbnb on top of it. So I'm very available. People come down, do a little vacation, bring your family, and then study some Pilates with me.
Amazing. Thank you. Take care and have a beautiful day. And thanks for those of you that are watching. Stay safe.